It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he returns this to the 22. Up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. It's his fullback. This is Bruce Miller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. Trucks over him. Still going. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 27 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Mostert. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
They'll try it now with Mostert. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Lance going to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. And now they'll throw with Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert there to make the grab. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Benjamin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Lance. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played.
And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. With the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
50 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. They go play action with Hurts.
He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Rolling to his left. Airing it out deep for Smith. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
6 yards left on second down. Here's Lance.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But
now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Lance. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing is Hurts. Hurts fumbles it.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Now Gold for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the 1st half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the 1st half.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
A final shot before half for Lance.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They run once more with Sermon.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
They find some open field here. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 34.
98 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Lance, a give now to Sermon.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Sermon.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
To throw, it's Lance.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab.
And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Gold to add the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Well, that's complete to Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. And down right around the 37. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Eagles.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They'll look to throw here. He's got Smith here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. D Ford able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Back now here in Santa Clara. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and goal. Hurts. And he's got it. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
Sanders is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2.
Hurts will throw. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this fourth quarter.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Here we go. Mike, check, 59.
On second down, another shot for Sermon.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now a handoff. Sermon.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
110 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On second down, it's Sermon.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5, 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
They'll run for it. Sermon.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. 6 man. Check curls. Check curls. Check curls. Check 6. Jim.
Here's Lance to throw it. Checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Watch twitch.
And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody.
So that's a wrap for Chkaho3.